Ever thought about how your garden could provide you with fresh produce all year round? Welcome to the world of urban gardening, a green revolution that's not just about beautifying your balcony or backyard, but about growing your own food too. It's a fascinating blend of creativity, sustainability, and self-sufficiency, all rolled into one. Urban gardening is a fantastic solution for those with limited space, but an unlimited passion for nature. It allows you to grow a variety of foods, from crisp vegetables to flavorful herbs, right in the comfort of your home. Imagine no more trips to the grocery store for some herbs. Instead, a leisurely walk to your garden, the most rewarding part. This method allows you to enjoy the fruits of your labor all year round. It's like having your personal grocery store that's open 24/7, 365 days a year. So, are you ready to embark on this green journey? Let's dive into the step-by-step process of transforming your garden into an urban growing oasis. First, you need to understand your garden space. The size of your garden, the availability of sunlight, and the quality of your soil are all key factors in determining what you can grow. If you have a small space, don't despair. Many plants thrive in compact areas and containers. Vertical gardening is also an excellent option for maximizing your growing area. Sunlight is the lifeblood of your plants. Observe how the sun moves across your garden. Some areas may get full sun, while others might be partially shaded. Different plants have different sunlight requirements, so this will influence your plant choices. Now, let's talk soil. Healthy, nutrient-rich soil is crucial for a thriving garden. You might need to enrich your soil with compost or other organic matter to give your plants the best start possible. Choosing the right plants based on these factors will set your urban garden up for success. Once you've assessed your garden space, you're ready to plan your urban garden. Planning is a crucial step in setting up a successful urban garden. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of it all. A garden is a living entity, and like any living thing, it needs a bit of forethought and planning to truly thrive. The first thing you need to consider is the layout. You're not just throwing seeds into the ground and hoping for the best. You're creating a living, breathing ecosystem right in your backyard or even on your balcony. Consider the growth habits of your plants. Some plants, like tomatoes, grow taller, while others, like lettuce, prefer to spread out. Plan your garden layout accordingly. Taller plants can provide necessary shade for those that can't handle the full brunt of the sun. And speaking of the sun, do take note of the sunlight needs of your plants. Some need full sun, while others thrive in partial shade. Companion planting is another crucial factor to consider. Some plants help each other grow. For instance, basil and tomatoes are a classic pairing. The basil helps deter pests that may harm the tomatoes, and in return, the tomatoes provide the shade that basil needs. Planting them together can help both plants thrive. And here's a tip for those of you working with limited space. Think vertical. Vertical gardening is a fantastic way to maximize your growing space. Use trellises, hanging baskets, and wall-mounted planters to create layers of lush green foliage. You'll be surprised at how much you can grow in a small area when you start thinking upwards instead of outwards. Remember, the key to a successful urban garden is not just about cramming as many plants as you can into a small space. It's about creating a harmonious ecosystem where each plant supports and nourishes the others. It's about understanding the unique needs and growth habits of each plant and planning your garden accordingly. With a well-thought-out plan, you're set to start setting up your urban garden. Now comes the exciting part, setting up your urban garden. First off, let's prepare the soil. Healthy soil is the foundation of any successful garden. Start by removing any existing grass or weeds, then loosen the soil with a garden fork or tiller. Add a good quality compost or organic matter to enrich the soil and improve its texture. Remember, your plants will be getting their nutrients from this soil, so it's worth investing time and effort in getting it just right. Next, we move on to setting up planters and trellises. These are key to vertical gardening, a technique that is particularly useful in urban spaces where horizontal space may be limited. Planters can be anything from repurposed containers to specially designed vertical garden panels. The idea is to maximize the use of vertical space by allowing your plants to grow upwards. Trellises, on the other hand, are perfect for climbing plants like peas, beans, and some types of tomatoes. They not only save space, but also make harvesting easier. Now it's time to plant your seeds or seedlings. When planting seeds, follow the instructions on the packet for depth and spacing. Keep the soil moist until the seeds germinate. If you're using seedlings, make sure to gently loosen the roots before planting them. This encourages them to spread out and grow into the surrounding soil. Don't forget to label your plants. It's easy to forget where and what you've planted, especially when you're just starting out. Simple stakes with handwritten labels can do the trick. Finally, water your newly planted garden. Water is crucial to plant growth, but remember, too much can be just as harmful as too little. A general rule is to water deeply, but less frequently, allowing the soil to dry out a bit between watering. And voila, you've set up your urban garden. There's something incredibly satisfying about seeing your garden take shape, knowing that you're growing your own food right in the heart of the city. Once your urban garden is set up, it's time to understand how to maintain it throughout the year. Maintaining your urban garden is key to ensuring a year-round harvest. It's like a well-oiled machine. Every part plays an important role in the whole system. So let's dive right into it. Firstly, watering. Plants are like people. They need water to survive, but not too much or you'll drown them. It's a delicate balance. Most plants prefer to be slightly dry rather than overwatered. If the top inch of soil feels dry, it's time to water. And always remember, morning is the best time to water your plants when evaporation rates are low. Next, fertilizing. This is like feeding your plants. They need nutrients to grow strong and healthy. A balanced organic fertilizer, applied every 2 weeks during the growing season, should do the trick. But remember, more is not always better. Too much fertilizer can harm your plants, so follow the package instructions carefully. Pest control is another important aspect of maintenance. Pests can wreak havoc on your garden if left unchecked. But don't reach for the chemical pesticides just yet. Many pests can be controlled with natural methods. Companion planting, attracting beneficial insects, and manual removal are all effective strategies. Now let's talk about pruning. This is like giving your plants a haircut. It helps them grow better and produce more. Prune any dead or diseased branches and any that are overcrowding or crossing over each other. Finally, rotating your crops is crucial to keep the soil healthy. Different plants use different nutrients, and rotating them helps prevent the soil from becoming depleted. It's like a crop vacation, giving the soil time to recover. And don't forget, maintenance is a continuous process. It's not just about doing these tasks once and then forgetting about them. Your garden needs your care and attention on a regular basis. With consistent maintenance, your urban garden can provide you with fresh produce all year round. So roll up your sleeves and get to work. Your garden is counting on you. Transforming your garden into an urban growing garden is a rewarding journey. We've walked through the steps together, from assessing your space to planning, setting up, and maintaining your urban garden. It's a process that requires dedication, but the payoff is immeasurable. The satisfaction of nurturing life from seed to harvest, the joy of stepping into your own personal haven of greenery, and the delight of tasting homegrown herbs and food. These are experiences that are truly priceless. Don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back. Remember, every seasoned gardener started as a beginner. Each challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. So take that first step. Start small if you need to, but start. Embrace the journey with an open heart and let nature surprise you with its resilience and beauty. Your garden is a canvas, and you're the artist. Create a masterpiece that feeds both your body and soul.